I will give my best. You will give your best. We will give our best to beautiful Ghana.
You are listening to GN Radio UK.
Happiness. Yes, I must confess, it will bring success for beautiful Ghana. United farmers and workers of Africa, God will bless you wherever you are. Work and happiness, yeah. Work and happiness. I will give my best. You will give your best. We will give our best to beautiful Ghana. Work and happiness. Yes, I must confess, it will bring success for beautiful Ghana. United farmers and workers of Africa, God will bless you wherever you are. Work and happiness, yes, I must confess, all must give their best for beautiful Ghana. United farmers and workers of Africa, God will bless you wherever you are. Work and happiness, yes, I must confess, all must give their best for beautiful Ghana. I will give my best. You will give your best. Give my best to beautiful Ghana. To beautiful Ghana. To beautiful Ghana.
Do my best. You will also do your best. And if we all do our best together for the beautiful
I don't want to lose the good thing. But I've got justified one. I wish you your love, I feel better.
excited today.
Absolutely, that's how I am. I'm always happy because I radiate positivity.
But I got enough. Just
My
one
soul
touch
is
from her.
and this show
You got to know it feels so much. Looks like something.
Come on.
Where you not be right.
I
I
want
better
you
knock,
to tell me
knock, knock, knock on
that
wood.
is
Baby, better oh yeah. Think I better knock, knock, knock on wood. Think I better knock,
this
knock,
one
knock
was my
on
favorite.
wood. Think I better knock, knock, knock on wood. You got to knock, knock on wood. You got to knock, knock on wood. Knock, 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 knock on wood. You got to knock, 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 knock on wood. You got to knock, 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 knock on wood. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. You got to set it, you got to feel it on wood. You got to knock it, you got to set it on wood. Knock, 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 knock on wood. You got to knock, 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 knock on wood. You got to knock, 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 knock on wood. Oh, yeah. I know you got to feel all I will feel. I know you got to feel all I will feel. You got to knock,
Yeah, you did the bills as well. Oh my goodness. So you see, you know this name, and have you seen this one?
Jaisu Munia, Ubayari,
Well, just like
Janko
that,
Maiti,
it's low.
Munia Aya, Ubefano, Jaisu Munia, Away and Yamina Chetty, Janko Maiti, Munia Aya, Ubefano. Asa our day and ye day, or was some Miami, Pompa Bomun, or ye can't, Kirdan when they will pay you. Ata our day and ye day, or was some Miami, Pompa Bomun, or ye can't, Murate, who pay you, Murate, who pay you, Kirdan when they will pay you, Murate, who pay you, Murate,
So
who pay
when I went to
you.
see them,
Jaisu Munia, Ubayario, Janko Maitio, Munia, Aya, Ubefano, Jaisu.
I joined a theater group in Art Center. Art Center is a place where they trained young actors who want to, take the industry far. And so I joined a group there, and then that's how my training began with David Dontor, Aluta, and all of those people.
Oh my
And
goodness, you are mentioning names.
yes. So for my beginning, I give it up to Art Center and then the National Theatre, where we used to do Kida Fest.
Yes.
Yes, and Fun World.
Fine work, in the first year.
Exactly. So
Wow, you were in there.
Yeah,
Wow. I actually saw you when you were doing this cry of a womanhood or something like
Tears
that.
of Womanhood.
Tears of, oh my goodness.
I think a lot of people like that
I
film.
will ask you questions about that later, but hold on to that. I love you. And I was like, oh my God, he's stubborn, but he's doing it. Oh my God. That was lovely. When you were talking, Danny, you talk about doing TV series.
Yeah.
Could you please tell us the difference between television acting and film acting?
The difference between that, TV series is more of an episode. You know, you always have every episode every week. With film, it's more of, a continuous thing. So TV series is more, I would say it's more longer, and it's more recognizable. Because I remember when I went to America, my agent advised me that, look, majority of the British actors who are here, it's best for them to start off from TV series because you get, more recognition than film.
Yeah.
Because film is just one, it will go. You know what I mean? So that's the difference between the TV and film.
Film,
Yeah.
okay. So film comes in series,
Yeah.
and sorry, TV comes in series.
Yeah.
And film is like a long thing.
Yeah, it depends. Some films are part one, like in Ghana.
Yeah.
They used to do part 1 to 16. Like there's a film called Yasantua. The thing was going on and
No,
on.
Chiwa.
No, there was a thing called Yasantua with so that guy Harry Lord. Harry Lord.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yasantua 1 to 16.
1 to
And I say, is he doing a TV series or a film?
Film,
So but nowadays, in Africa, if you look, they always stick to 1 or 2.
1 and 2.
Yeah.
Is that what you call the sequel? What's the difference?
The sequel is more of I think.
The sequel is more of a continuation of a film that yes, more of a continuation of a
Is that
film,
what
maybe
you mean?
with a different storyline,
Oh,
or
okay.
maybe using the same characters in the first, and then to continue.
So more of a twist.
More,
to
yeah,
the old one.
to the old one, exactly,
Oh, okay.
exactly, and particularly using the same characters or developing from the characters.
Oh, I see. That's amazing. So, in doing your acting, I believe you have some that you really enjoyed doing. It was fun for you, and others which was really challenging. Which are those? Please let me know.
For me, I started off with acting. It was so fun doing acting. And during our times, the cinema was really buzzing in Ghana. So it was so fun because when you do it, you get on the posters, you go to the cinemas and people liking it, people watching you, the culture of cinema was good. And at that time, it was on the CDs. Yes. So I enjoy doing the acting, and later I transitioned into directing, writing, and producing. But I must say that comparing the two, looking back, I am enjoying the directing, the behind the scenes more than I did enjoy the acting because that one comes with more responsibilities and it's very challenging for me, and I love to take on no challenges. So you deal with different sectors in the industry. You deal with all the sectors: costume, makeup, organizing things, and I think that has really boosted my confidence. It has really encouraged me in so many different ways. It has changed my perception about things. And so if I should choose between what I've enjoyed most in my entertainment business, I would say that I love the directing and the behind the scenes, even though acting is my first love.
Yeah. Would you change anything?
I think that everything is for a greater purpose.
That's true.
Whatever you go through. So I do not think that I would like to go, but I don't know what it would have been if I did change something.
Absolutely.
But what I look forward to is rather to get to the bigger stage where I will be doing films with Tyler Perry, the bigger the bigger
That's
picture.
right.
Yeah. So yeah,
Hollywood.
Hollywood, you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Definitely,
Yes.
you've got it, so
Yeah.
you will be there.
Yeah,
Definitely.
so I wouldn't say I'll change anything, but I think that going forward, I'd rather love to cross over and then do something special and then take Ghana to the top.
Absolutely. Amen to that. And Danny, please tell us about yourself. What he just said.
Well, for me, I don't even know what to say. I enjoy doing all of them because in 2020 I took the director's seat.
Okay.
I was offered to write and direct a movie called Force, and that was Echo Smith's first British lead role. film.
Okay.
So I took the challenge of writing a film and directing, and it came out so well. So now I've now covered all the seats from acting, entertainment, radio, directing. I don't know. I enjoy doing all of them.
I heard you did music production as well.
Yes.
How was it to that one too?
Back in the 90s, I was very, very young. I was working for a company called Warner Music as a post-delivery person.
Yeah.
So I always wanted to get into music producing. So the guy there, Mickey D, who signed Mark Morrison, Return of the Mac, said to me, if I can produce 3 songs, you can get me in. And from those 3 songs, I got into Warner Music as marketing A&R.
That's right.
There. And from Warner Music, I got signed to Telstar Records. I had a 2-album deal, but unfortunately the company went under administration. I'm saying people can check it out.
Yeah,
And we have
that's true. I know.
Yeah, we have people like Victoria Beckham, E17.
Yeah.
And because they paid her a huge advance, she couldn't recoup back the money that she used to produce her song. So my deal went underway, but I only managed to release one song.
Oh.
Yeah, in the 90s. So I've been in the music for, I would say, over 15 years.
Oh, over 15 years.
15 years, yes. But,
Wow.
and I'm still doing it currently, but not as much as how I used to. I'm more focusing on the entertainment side, which is the acting, the comedy.
Yeah.
And now look, I've now gone on to TikTok.
That's right.
Yeah, so
TikTok. What actually took you to TikTok?
I added that to my list. You know, we had the COVID crisis.
That's true.
So my manager called me and said, Danny, you know, we used to open shows a lot for comedians like Eddie Cardi, Richard Blackwood. So why don't you try TikTok? So I did one video. That video took me by storm. I said, So I started to continue and continue and continue. Before you know, I'm out there.
Then he's a big TikTok star.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh my goodness. I am following you anyways.
So, you know, for me, I enjoy doing it all.
Awesome.
And I keep thanking God because everything I do, I don't let the fame get to me. I don't let anything get to me. He encouraged me to do more.
That's right.
People recognize what I do.
Yes.
So I just enjoy doing everything, really.
Interesting. You know, in acting, there is something that you do that fascinates some of us who are not actors. How are you able to change your dialect? Especially you, Danny on TikTok speaks like a Nigerian. And I'm like, hey, Danny, where are you from? Hey, I say, you see, oh.
Danny actually has a soft spot for Nigerians.
Oh.
So, you know, I did my fiance passed off this year.
Yes.
I was once married. Many people know I was married for 10 years.
Oh, okay.
So after my marriage, you know, I met a lady named Inanna Annie.
Yeah.
We were just friends. We were not even looking to date each other. We found ourselves a year of just being friends. And well, I was with her for about 7 years since she passed.
Oh, sorry about your loss.
So, you know, I said to myself at that time, you know, I've done the Coming to America story. When I mean Coming to America story, I went to Ghana to find my queen, found somebody, married her, brought her here, had children, but unfortunately it didn't work.
Oh.
So I just moved on. And when I joined, I would say the film industry of Nigeria. That's when I fell in love with most Nigerian people.
Okay.
Because I've worked with so many of them. So I ended up dating one. So as Eddie said, I have a soft spot.
A very big soft spot.
Yeah.
So that's where you got your accent from, Oga.
Yes, so.
Hey, Oga now.
No, but as you said, I'll answer that question. I mean, with accents, you know, it's part of acting. Because when I was in school, the secret they told me is like, if you want to like learn accents, it's good for you to listen to how people speak, like patois. You know, I remember when I was casting for Jamaican role, I had to study how they speak.
Yeah.
Because if not, it will not tally with what we are doing, especially
That's right.
American, English. So I got to learn all those breakdowns. It's your talent. If you can handle it, it will work for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Danny and Eddie, how about you?
Well, it's part of the business because if you've got to play a Nigerian, you've got to sound like a Nigerian. It has to be believable. Even if you watch the Idris Elba, the Will Smith, most of the times when they play African characters, they do sound like, because you have to portray the character.
That's true.
You can't play a Mandela and sound Ghanaian.
That's true.
You can't play an Nkrumah and sound South African. So it's part of the job. And for me, when I did Somewhere in Africa, and then exactly, and Frank Raja had to make us twist the tongue a bit and speak in a very different dialect.
Yeah.
You know, it was a difficult task, but like I said, it comes with the job, and you have to embrace it. So yeah, that's why I always say that I love acting, because you get to play different characters. That's you know.
That's right. I heard that. So I watched your interview with certain lady. I don't know whether it was Anita, your sister, Anita Eskin.
My cousin.
Your cousin. Yeah, Danny's cousin. And then they ask you, why acting? He said, because I got to play lots of characters.
You
I am
got to
able to be a
play.
doctor, lawyer. I said, woo! That's
Yeah,
right.
you get to play different characters. So I mean, you've got and definitely if you now have to talk like Danny, or they say play a character like Danny,
Yeah.
then you've got to study his mannerism and how he talks and how he speaks. So it's important. It comes with the job, like I
Yeah.
said. Just like you get an injury when you play football. So changing of dialect and adapting to it is part of the job. And so for actors, we try.
You try, exactly, and that is the game. You try. If you love anything, you need to put yourself in it.
Definitely,
And
definitely.
that's right. And you are acting. You want to be that person that
Yeah.
we, the viewers, will understand the character.
And believe the
And
character.
believe the
That's the
character.
most important thing.
Confidence.
Yeah, you know.
That's right.
You need to believe, because if you're portraying a character and you don't have all these mannerisms, you don't have the accent, you don't have the looks and all of that, it is not believable. You know, acting is to make believe, and so the moment you let people believe you are this person, then everything becomes,
Yeah.
great.
And much as it is entertaining, it's also like educative.
Yeah.
We learn something from it.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
sometimes you see a certain person playing a certain character, and then it reminds you of something. And
Because we are reliving what other people
Absolutely.
about other people's life.
That's
Sometimes
right.
you say, okay, I can see myself in this character.
Uh-huh.
I think this is me.
Uh-huh.
This guy does his things like me.
And that's right.
It's just like we're reflecting what life is about and what goes on in society. Yeah.
Awesome. This is so awesome. I really love that you are here with me today. In acting, some of us, ordinary people who are not really into acting,
Yeah.
find it like it's difficult. Like you were telling us, you need to learn different mannerism and different people's way of life, or for you to be able to be in character. So, how do you, in doing all that, I think it will be stressful. How are you able to cope with stress?
Well, what I was taught in acting school is that if you're going through something at home, it's not going to bring you on set. So you got to keep that up with you. I mean, if you cannot handle that, then you cannot be on set, because you end up going to take it out on everybody else. Because everybody in life have problems. But
That's true.
how they train us in school is so amazing. So it's like real life. I have a lot of problems now, like deaths, this, that. A lot of people call me and ask me how do I handle it. It's because of training,
Yeah,
because if I start to get upset with everybody else, I'll lose people.
yeah,
So we are trained in a way that we've got to handle stress, we've got to handle pressure. Because then will tell you sometimes we're on set 14 hours, 15, 16 hours. We've got to do it, because if we don't, time is going, money is being spent. So these are the things that we all look at. So our lives are more different from some people, if you know what I'm trying to say.
yeah,
Because our job is very, very difficult. Behind the scenes, people watch a movie or a series, but they won't know how stressful it is behind the scenes. It's very stressful, but we handle it.
yeah.
We handle it. Yeah.
You handle it.
Yeah.
To you, Eddie.
Well, Danny has already hit on the nail. It's important for an actor, and most of the times we are being trained, or you train yourself to be able to handle stress. Do not forget, you're playing other characters.
Yeah.
So if you are going through something, you can't let it affect that other character, and so you need to adapt.
Yeah.
You need to train yourself to adapt to a character. And yeah, we all go through stress, but work is work, and your real life is your real life. So handling stress, I think, is something that I also enjoy.
Yeah.
When the stress is coming, then you may be doing something really great.
Yeah.
So it's part of the job. The stress comes with it. Even stress from your fans, stress from the internet, stress from adapting to the character, stress from your normal life at home. So as a man, you're trained yourself to handle the stress. I must say, for me, the more stressful it is, the more fun it is.
The more stressful it is, the more fun it is. Wow. I like that. Eddie's quote. Remember that too.
Yeah,
The
when
more
it's
stressful it is, the more fun it is. by Eddie, and I quote.
Yeah.
So, does one have to have a certain qualification, like acting qualification, before you could act?
Well, it is, you see, just like doctors, lawyers, you may know how to argue your case out, but it doesn't mean you are a lawyer. You may know how to give somebody paracetamol or say, oh, if you have headache, go take paracetamol, but it doesn't mean you are a doctor. You need to be trained.
Yeah.
You need that education. It doesn't necessarily has to be a formal education like going to sit in the school, but you need an in-depth education and understanding of the business, because it is something that it's not just about talent.
Yeah.
There's a business side to it. That is why it is called show business.
Yes.
So you can have the talent and all of that. So it will be very important that you get education in it. So I will recommend people who want to act to get an education in that field that they want to take, because sometimes you may not understand some of the nitty-gritties that goes on in the business, and then you may think talent is all that matters, and so you don't want to get yourself educated.
That's true.
In it. But I would also say it doesn't necessarily has to be a formal education that you have to go to school or something. When you have the talent, you learn more, you polish your skills, and you practice them more. Yeah, it can take you far. But it's very important that you get that education in whatever business. It's not just even acting.
That's right.
Whatever business that you want to do, you get more education into it, and that way you are able to know your way around it.
You will be able to know your way around it.
Yeah.
Please, Danny, tell me more.
More about the industry.
That's right. About what
The
he just said. The qualification.
Yeah.
Anything you want to add about that one?
Yeah, I would advise people to attend some formal training, because it's very important. Because when I attended Sylvia Theatre School, I learned about the show and I learned about the business.
Yeah.
So it's really, because you can be a talented actor, you can be good or whatever, but there are some technical sides that you need to know. Like when I attended school, I learned how to read scripts. I learned how to, when two people are acting, you have to wait a few seconds before you answer the next person.
Yeah.
But what I've realized I won't say some people, I won't say everybody, some African actors, while they are talking, they are jumping.
Yeah.
And that's wrong, because you cannot hear what the two people are saying. So when he delivers his line, then it's now onto you. This is why we take a bit of time to, like, for example, if it says you robbed the shop, then you'll be thinking, and then you now deliver your line. So we learn quite a lot in school. So I will say to people, do get some formal training. It's very, very important, because I learned a lot in acting school. I graduated from acting school, so I know when I'm talking about experience here. So it's for everyone, not just the talented one. People, the up-and-coming people are coming in. They need to learn the technical side. That's
Ian Academy.
Yeah, Ian Academy. So this is why Eddie opened Ian Academy.
Yeah.
Ian Academy.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah. I opened an Ian Academy. It's a platform where young people come and be trained in the field of acting. We nurture them, and then we give them the platform to hit the screen. So
From how old?
The youth, basically from 18 going.
Okay.
I think you should be qualified to be part of it. So we train young people. In 2021, we trained over 70 actors. Of which some of them has been nominated in Nella's
Awards.
In Nella's Awards. Last year we came here and our films were nominated. Frima was nominated, and then we won awards and all of that. So it's very important to get education and knowledge in whatever profession you want to pursue.
Whatever profession you want to pursue, it's very important for you to get education. And also, if you get education, you show that professionalism.
Exactly. Boost up your confidence.
That's right. That's right.
You always see the difference between somebody who has really learned the job and somebody who's just talented. Yeah, you always see the difference.
And even if you are talented, you need some kind of education to boost that talent.
It's a business.
That's
a business. It's a business. And if you don't take the business seriously, it will pass you by with all your talent.
And raw talent cannot do it all, isn't it?
Not at all, because the whole structure for it is not just about talent. There's human relation, there's the business side of it, and every investor would love to put money into somebody who is not just talented but business conscious and business minded. So yeah, it's important.
It's important. What are the main differences between actors in Ghana? I don't want to say Africa, but I want to say Ghana because that's where we are from. Ghana and Europe and America. Could you distinguish some of the differences for me?
Well, Ghana, some of the actors there, I mean, compared to what we have in Europe, you know, their way of talking, their way of expression is totally different from what we have here. I mean, if you watch an African movie, you can always see their way of acting, you know. Yeah.
They say your mic, they can't hear you properly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, thank
Okay.
you. I believe it's working now.
Yeah. So we're talking about the actors, yeah, because most of the actors in Africa, if you look at the difference, how their skills are different from what we have here. So the ones in Europe are more trained actors, if you know what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
The ones here, but some of them, most of them back home are not really trained, if you know what I mean. They're just coming on. So that's the difference between, you know, a Ghanaian actor and the ones here.
The ones here. So the training
is the training. Yeah, some of those actors in Ghana are not trained. You know, it's by luck and by merit. They're there, you know, but majority of the ones here.
You know, comparing like Ghana or Africa and then the diaspora, there's structure in London, there's structure in America. There's a blueprint they go through.
That's right.
Before a film is produced. In Ghana, it's not like that. We don't really have that kind of blueprints that this is what you pass through, this is what you go through before. Usually, when people have a film to do, they go for auditions, they go for read-throughs, they meet the directors, they discuss the script, they discuss the characters. So even before they get on set, which is the main shoot, they are abreast with the character. They know what they're doing. They know the details. Everybody is, you know, and that comes with budget. Because all of these things that you're going to do, you need money.
That's true.
But Africa doesn't have that kind of budget to spend 3 weeks, 4 weeks trying to train actors to become something. You know, imagine you cast somebody to play Mandela, where he needs to go to Mandela's house, he needs to speak to Mandela's wife, he needs to have a feel of what Mandela has gone through for him to get that understanding and get to play the character right. We don't have that kind of system in Ghana. So it's like we do with the little that we have. And so you see so much professionalism in the diaspora when they do a film as compared to Africa, because there's no much of a structure there, and then we don't have budget to do the kind of things or to give the actors the kind of privileges they deserve to you know, most African films are being shot within 2 weeks, 3 weeks, maximum 1 month. Whereas in the diaspora, it takes 6 months, 1 year just to do a single film. You know, so it takes time and everything is planned carefully. And so all of that in itself motivates the actors and puts them in a greater and a better position. And I think that is what makes them. But I think that with the raw talent, we all have it. Yeah.
We all have it with the raw talent. Danny, I think they are saying your mic, they can't hear you well when
Danny
you
is
speak.
behind,
Yeah, so you come a little close. Yeah, thank you. I believe he's doing well now. Awesome. So, Ghana movie industry, where is it going? Because I hear people cry. There is a big cry that the movie industry is collapsing and they don't know what to do. What is it about it collapsing? Please.
You know, I think that the digitization of films left us, you know, flabbergasted. We were very surprised and we weren't ready First and foremost, we used to do our things on CDs. It was the VHS, then CDs, and all of that. And so producers were able to at least make a return on their investment.
Yeah.
But now, everything has changed so fast, so quickly that we couldn't run the race.
Yeah.
Now things are online. So somewhere like Nigeria, they have platforms like the Iroko TV, the Rock TV, that when they do films, they can just put it there. But in Ghana, we have nothing like that. We have sold all our cinemas, or most of our cinemas, to churches. Now,
Oh dear.
yes, that's very sad. And now we also don't have the VCD and the DVD system in place. So it's quite difficult for investors, I mean, those people who were producers, to come on board now and say they're producing, because they don't have other platforms to put it like it used to be. So it has become, a big struggle for the industry, and so things are declining. You have more actors, you have more talent, but you don't have enough people to put their money into producing, because they don't know how they're going to get returns, and so that has become a bigger challenge for Ghana, and
Ghana.
yes.
So anything you think the government should do to help with this situation?
Well, I think that the government hasn't done much when it comes to helping or supporting the art. Basically, what I have known is that most of the things that they do go to musicians. The musicians.
Yeah, but you are all in the entertainment industry.
Exactly, but I think that the musicians are more structured.
Oh, okay.
Yes, the musicians are more structured than the actors, so we don't get to benefit more from the government. But yes, I think that when we come together as one people and we are more structured, things are going to be fine with the industry. But for now, we're crawling. But we get there. I mean, they have set out the National Film Authority, and they are helping us to distribute our films in Dubai and other places with Vox, and other places. So I do believe that the years to come, we will adjust and then catch on to the Nigerians who are all over and on Netflix and all of that.
Yeah, and it is very interesting because Ghanaians started it. They were there.
Yeah.
And Nigerians did not just do catch up.
They came to learn from us in terms of music, in terms of
Everything.
yes, they came to learn.
We were the ones there. We had Nollywood then, back then. The first Nollywood film was Living in Bondage. And we were on top.
Even before they did Karishika, Asimo, and all of that, they came to do films with us, with Pascaline Edward,
Yes,
Omar Sharif Kaptan, and
Yes.
all of the Genevieve. They all came here. They learned from us, but they took the business serious. Kwame Usu and Son. They took.
Yes, the late Kwame Owusu and Son.
Kwame Owusu and Son.
Oh my goodness. May so bless in perfect peace. I really loved him. Oh.
So they took the business seriously, and then they just took off before we realized everything. They have taken over, and that's what we need to learn. We're taking their footsteps. We're walking in their footsteps, and I know and hope that in the few years to come, we're also going to reach that height that they are right now.
Thank you so much. They are saying the mic. I think it's a little better now.
Okay.
Oh, we are getting there.
Yeah, definitely we will.
This is so inspiring, and I am so excited you are here once again. Going into the film industry, how exciting is it?
Well, it is structured. Last year I got 3.
You got 3, so you are increasing.
Yeah.
Now go
This
on.
year I have Isabella. Self has been nominated, so I think we are gonna grab more.
So definitely.
Last year, we won 3 awards, and we were all over the place. It was beautiful, and this year is going to be another great time. I must also say that rest.
I've always